And then some of the new things that we talked about that we announced yesterday, the Super HD stream, which is available everywhere Netflix is available through internet service providers that are connected directly to Netflix, right? We talked about that, and I'll talk to you more about that. So that's basically a higher quality stream, higher bitrate stream that provides a better picture on 1080p TVs than we were able to provide before. You are familiar with our adaptive streaming. Like when we start streaming, we start lower HD. So we're streaming at Super HD quality, 5.7 megabits per second. And the lower quality is around 4 megabits per second. So that's what you get if you don't have a Super HD. Then, so Super HD is everywhere. In the US only, we've just added a few, around several dozen, around 60 3D titles. And we're doing, we're making 3D streaming available in the US to see how it goes. If people really love 3D streaming, and there's a lot of 3D streaming, then we'll make it available for members elsewhere too. And again, this is only for those people that are on ISPs that are directly connected to Netflix. 3D streaming, they're really big files. It can be as much as 12 megabits per second. So you need to have a pretty strong internet connection to be able to do that. So we'll say, do you want to play this title in 3D? We say yes. And it's going to start up. And then obviously, if you want to watch it, you need to have the glasses. You look really sexy with the 3D glasses. Oh, you've got the video. So you see, right now it's 6.3 megabits per second, and it can go as much as 12 megabits per second for the highest quality 3D. And you'll see it will scale. I turned on the geek mode to show you what we're streaming at. Well, it will scale based on the available bandwidth. And if you don't have enough bandwidth, it won't do 3D, right? Okay.
So if you wanted to stream the content in 1080p, how much bandwidth would you need?
So the lower quality 1080p stream is around 4 megabits per second.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Super HD is the highest Super HD is around 6 megabits per second. You saw the 5.7. So this is it's something that we're also doing because it's cool, right? Streaming in 3D. We want to show off that we can do this. These are high bitrate streams, and it's something we want to see how people will respond to it, and if they will love it or if they'll use it. So.
And Super HD, is that available in Scandinavia now?
Yes.
And you said only the providers who are directly connected to you. That's in Denmark. It's TDC.
And there are many others. Most of the providers in Scandinavia are directly connected. So you can go to netflix.com/Super HD and check whether your ISP is connected or not.
Okay.
It will say green light or red light, essentially.
Okay.
And does all your players right now support Super HD?
Most of the players that can do 1080p support Super HD. Yeah, so PlayStation, Wii U, some of the smart TVs. So yeah, those will do that. And the newest Apple TV, I think the Apple TV is going to get an update later that will support fully Super HD as well. Okay. So I've talked to you guys about profiles, and I'll explain to you a little more later what the tests mean, but I'll demonstrate it to you. So here, within your Netflix account, this is what we're testing. So this is not something that everybody gets. This is something that we're testing with groups of Netflix members to see whether it's going to be successful for us and successful for our members. I talked about the personalization. If you're in a household with mom, dad, a kid, your Netflix personalization becomes a mashup of everybody in the family. And some people say, hey, I want my personalized recommendations, not my family's recommendations. So we are testing this feature where you can set up different profiles and switch so that mom has her own recommendations, and if she wants girly shows and romantic comedies and things like that, Glee.
Thank you.
So we're testing it. So the top 10 for mom, Revenge of the Bridesmaids, things like that, whatever. So this is
Top Gear.
I guess mom. I think I watched Top Gear on mom's account. So mom is into cars, right?
Will you be able to password protect your profile? Or?
No. There's no passwords on it. But if you want to, like if you have children and you really want to lock down your Netflix, you can put account level parental controls on it, but you'd have to turn it on and off every time you use it. We think that parents trust their children, and they'll say, if you're a kid, junior, just go to the junior profile, and you get put into the Netflix Just for Kids experience, and you'll just have the titles that are appropriate for kids 12 and under. And you've probably seen this before. It's a different design with the characters, and kids can easily find things to watch that are appropriate for them. And so you can create profiles. If you're in this test, you can create profiles, and you'll see we've taken out the create another profile when you're in the kids section. So you can create profiles. Right now this test is running on the PlayStation, on the iPad, and on the web. And it's going to take us, like I said, as much as like 6 months for it to complete, and then we'll either bring it to everybody or we won't, depending on whether people are actually watching more Netflix with this feature or not. So that is Super HD 3D profiles. So you mentioned the favorites list or a queue or something like that. That's another test, and I'll talk to you more about it. I don't have anything to show you on that yet because that's not running, so I don't have a system here that can demonstrate that as a test. So that's that. I can show you, well, here we have a Wii U. You can play around that a little bit. Or I can show you our second screen experience.
Okay.
Let's see where it is. I guess I turned the Nexus off. So you've got a second screen experience on the Wii U. And, I think Wii U is, it's all over Scandinavia, and I think it's also in South America, right? So the Wii U is a second screen experience, and you have the Netflix catalog or the user interface here and there. And we created it so that the person who's sitting on the couch and is controlling this can find something to watch, and the people in the room can see it there, and you can have sort of a common or a joint experience in terms of selecting something to watch. But the person who has this doesn't have to look up and down to the screen every time. They can just look at this. They don't get whiplash from having to change the way their neck goes. So you don't have to go like this all the time. But then when you start watching something, this becomes your remote control. So they're watching, I don't know what movie this is, Snow on the Bluff. So we're watching Snow on the Bluff, and then this tells you information on the title. It lets you do things like the audio selection and the subtitle controls. You can scroll forward in the title and pick the next spot you want to go to. And then also, if you're watching this and you feel like, well, maybe I need to go to the kitchen, or perhaps you need to use the bathroom and you want to continue watching, you can throw the picture from the screen onto the gamepad and take it with you, and so you can watch on this and listen through the headphones or the speakers that are on this. And if you're in a room and you wanted to watch this, but somebody else wanted to watch a football game on the TV, they can change the channel to the football game and watch that there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one version of a second screen experience. One thing that's also good about this, if you ever wanted to search for something on the TV, you have to go up, down, left, right through the alphabet. On this, you have a keyboard, so you can type something in, and if you're searching for a show or something like Lost, you can just type it in, and it's much easier to find something to watch. And then kids is really easy to access here too. Wii's are often used in homes with kids, so it's really easy to access just for kids in here. And you'll see the characters, and you can start playing Iron Man and find the episodes. So that's the Wii U. And let's see if my tablet has woken up. So this is just it's a Nexus Android tablet. And we have we built a multi-device control or second screen experience that lets you remote control your Netflix on a PlayStation or on a Samsung Smart TV from an Android tablet or an iOS tablet or an Android smartphone or an iOS smartphone. So it's already you're familiar with the continue watching feature, right? So it knows I started watching Snow on the Bluff and Art of Flight and The Walking Dead, so we can continue watching right where we left off, and then it says where do I want to play it, and I say, well, let's watch it on the PlayStation. So I just hit PlayStation, and if it works, if I wanted to watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, it says whether I want to watch it on the Android tablet or whether I want to watch it on the TV. And so it's a TV at the other side of the room. So I'll say, let's watch it on the TV on the other side of the room, and it starts. We can walk over there too. So then this is your remote control, and it has the information on the show. I just scrubbed forward a little bit, so it's moving forward in the TV show. And then this lets you do things like audio control and subtitles, as well as finding additional seasons and episodes of the show. So if I wanted to move to episode 4, hit play. So now it's playing episode 4. And it will say up here, I can browse for other things to watch. Meanwhile, it will say up there that It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, is playing on.
Yeah.
And there's an Xbox. The experiences are all relatively similar.
Mm-hmm.
So the PlayStation is the top device for people to get Netflix onto a TV, and then the Xbox and the Wii are very common as well to get Netflix onto a TV.